TJ McConnell, known for his grit, for his hard playing, for his courage, he said, playing hard is a skill. If not, everyone would do it. Hello everyone, welcome to Calling Glass, welcome to the pod, welcome to the club. My name is Alvaro, and today I'm here to talk about the first week and a half of NBA basketball. Let's see it. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, like I said, the goal is to react or overreact to the first week and a half of NBA. And the menu for today is, first I will talk about the standings, current standings of the NBA, surprises of teams, team surprises, team that are surprising to me, where they are, ratings, defensive, offensively, then ranking of best players so far, MVP ranking maybe, MVP ladder as well. And then the same thing but for the rookies, looking at the best rookies or how the rookies are doing in this week and a half of competition. I will add my comments of things that I have seen, etc., etc. And to end, I have another topic that I want to comment. And yeah, that's it. That's a bit the menu for today. So yeah, stay tuned for it. Okay, yeah, let's go. Standings. What are the standings currently in the NBA? In the East, we have a surprising number one, Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 5 victories and 1 loss. 5 wins and 1 loss. Chicago the same, 5-1. Also surprising, very surprising. Even more surprising, I would say. Milwaukee 4-2, Detroit 4-2, Cleveland 4-3, New York Knicks 3-3, Miami Heat 3-3, and in the 8th position, there is a tie between many teams: Boston 3-4, Toronto, Orlando, Atlanta, and Charlotte. In the West, number one, no surprises here, Oklahoma 7 wins, 0 losses. Number 2, San Antonio Spurs, surprise, 5-1. Lakers 3-5-2. Portland 4-2. Denver 3-2. Clippers 3-2. Houston 3-2. And closing the 8th playoff teams is the Golden State Warriors with 4 wins and 3 losses. Now, I want to start talking about Philadelphia. Huge surprise. And to start, I want to talk about the rookie that nobody really talked about before the start of the season. BJ Edgecombe, 20 years old, looking incredible. He reminds me of a smaller version of Jimmy Butler or a modern version of Dwayne Wade. He's incredible, this guy. He's athletic, quick, agile, super agile, can get to the rim, can do highlights. You should check the highlights, dunks, 3-pointers. Really, really good. Huge potential for this guy. He's doing right now, he started very hot with 35 points. He's slowed down a bit, but still amazing. He's doing 20 points per game, 5 rebounds and 5 assists, shooting 42% from 3. And the things that, at least me, I didn't hear of this guy at all. I heard of Cooper Flag, of course, non-stop. I heard about Dylan Harper. I heard about Ace Bailey, Conkenepo. But BJ Edgecombe, the number 3, didn't hear anything at all. And it's looking great. But it's not only that, because in the backcourt, he has another companion that is looking even stratospherically better. It is Tyrese Maxey. This guy is super quick, and also he's looking buff as always, like really, really squared, but looking phenomenal. Everything looks so on point for him. Everything looks so easy. He's faster. He stops wherever he wants. He shoots wherever he wants. It's really ridiculous. Tyrese Maxey, 25 years old, 34 points per game, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, shooting 46% from 3. Ridiculous numbers for Tyrese, which at this level is not that he's going to be All-Star. He's going to be second-time All-Star. He's going to be All-NBA first team or All-NBA second team. This is the level that he's playing at. But it's not only that, because I feel like Philadelphia has so many guards that are good. These 2 guys, plus Quentin Grimes, which I really like him. I think he's really good. But then they also have Jared McCain, still injured, but he played also great at the end of the season, last season, before he got injured with the Philly. So they have 4 amazing guards. I think Quentin Grimes will start to play the 3 more, and they will rotate with McCain, Edgecombe, and Maxey in the guard position. But yeah, they're looking great. And to me, it's funny that the year that Embiid is Hubble, is playing in a restriction of minutes. The Embiid is looking the worst that he has ever looked. That Paul George is not even playing is the year that Philadelphia is going better. It's very surprising. It's kind of ironic. I feel bad a bit for Embiid. Not bad because I think it's great for him that Philadelphia is doing well without him. But I feel bad because when I saw him or when I see him, he looks nothing like the player that he used to. He's looking skinnier, one, and then he's looking like he cannot really. He looks scared to attack the rim, and he's setting a lot of for jump shots and 3-pointers. He's still scoring a lot because this guy has a great touch and he's big and he's a great player. But it's nothing like the player that we saw last year before the injury or 2 years ago. But I have to say that even he's on restricted minutes, 20 minutes per game. But I have to say that even compared to the first game that I saw from him, first like 1 week and a half ago, to the last game, I see improvement on Embiid. And let's be careful that if Philadelphia can keep this pace without Embiid or with Embiid playing 20 minutes, without Paul George because he's injured, and they arrive to the end of the season with these guards on fire, and they add an Embiid, which is like a good shape Embiid, 80% of what we saw last year, plus Paul George not injured, beware of these Philadelphia 76ers. They are here, and I don't think this is a fluke. I don't think this is a lack of 6 games. I don't think so. I really think the talent is there for them. And this is, by the way, Tyrese Maxey's team right now. There is no other way to put it. Other team that I want to talk, well, of course, San Antonio is a surprise, but I will talk about Wemby later. Chicago, another surprise, but I will talk about them in another podcast. But I want to talk about the Portland Trail Blazers, 4-2. And the same way that I was saying that Philadelphia had many, many guards of high level, Portland has many, many forwards of very high level. They have Chris Murray, the brother of Keegan. They have Matt Thybulle, which comes after some injuries playing again great. They have Jeremy Grant, Shadon Sharp, Blake Weasley, out of nowhere, Tumani Kamara, the guy behind me, defensively phenomenal. And yeah, and Denny Avdia. I don't know if I said it, but Denny Avdia, which to me, he's the best player of the Portland Trail Blazers. I know that for many, or I know that in the team, Shadon Sharp is the guy who has most shots, but I don't really like Shadon Sharp. I think he turnovers a lot the ball. When he dribbles, to me, he's like dribbling a bouncy ball, not a basketball. Like the ball is going everywhere. It's like there is no control. He commits turnovers. He shoots very bad shots. He's a talented player, but I don't think he's that talented. And I really think that Denny Avdia is the best player in the team. He's great defender, athletic. He can push the pace. He can attack the rim. He can pass. I think he can do a bit of everything. And that's why I think he's the best player. And he has performed very well. Do I think he's the best player at running or being the engine of a team, being the main ball handler? No, I don't think so. But I think he can be the best third player on a championship winning team. I really think so. I think this guy, next to 2 good players, they could be a championship winning team in the NBA. I think he's that good, and I think that's his role. His role is not scoring 30. His role is scoring 15, 20, defending, attacking, passing, doing everything. And I think he's better than Shadon Sharp. Negative surprises so far. My beloved Orlando Magic. I talk about them in the preview of the season very highly. I was expecting a lot from them. And my expectations are being crushed in front of me, in front of my eyes. Yeah, last year in the playoffs, they were playing great defense, but their offense, the lack of shooting was really creating a struggle for them. They added Desmond Bain, a guy who shoots a lot, who can shoot very well, but their offense is still horrible. At least in the first week and a half. Maybe I didn't even check the numbers of shooting, but when I saw it, it's like there is no space, there is no ball movement. They don't really know what to do. Paolo Banchero, I don't know what happened to him, but it feels like he's worse than last year. Instead of becoming better, he's worse. He's shooting horrible shots, forcing a lot of bad shots, attacking without the space. He shot a 3-pointer, 10 seconds left, 2 down versus Atlanta, and he decided to shoot a fadeaway 3. Of course, he missed. And yeah, I'm a bit concerned about this Orlando Magic. I really expected a big step forward, and it feels like they didn't take a step forward. Maybe they even took a little step back. It's maybe not only shooting what they lacked, but maybe they lack a bit of tactical or IQ, offensive IQ, because it's not only shooting. They just don't move well without the ball. They don't move the ball well. The only players that are doing good, very good, is Giannis Sachs, best player so far. He plays defense, he shoots his open shots, he creates space, he attacks and kicks out. I think he's doing great. Actually, when he's on the court versus off the court, they are plus 28, which is great difference of on off. Franz Wagner is okay. He's doing okay. Plus 3 on off. But Paolo Banchero is minus 10 on off. So Orlando is 10 points better when he's sitting on the bench than when he is playing. It's early, let's see, but a huge disappointment so far. Not huge because it's early, but disappointment so far for Orlando. Okay. Now, which are the best defensive teams and best offensive teams of this week and a half? In defense, best teams. OKC, they allow 106 points per game to the opponent. Second is San Antonio Spurs, 108 with Wemby, of course. Miami third, fourth Denver, fifth Portland. Those are the top 5 best defensive teams so far. Offensive rating, Houston, number 1, 128 points per game. Second is Philadelphia, 123. Third, Denver, also 123. Milwaukee and Chicago close the top 5. Okay, now that I talk about teams, let's talk about players. Let's talk about who are the best performers of this week and a half of NBA season. And I have to say that the best ones we already know them. They are the usual suspects. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo scoring 34 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists with an on-off of plus 11. He's on the court versus off the court. We have Nikola Jokic, which is scoring less than usual, only 20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists with a plus 20 on-off. Luka Doncic, 41 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists with an on-off of plus 6. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Canadian boy, with 34 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, and a plus 5 on-off. And then we have here in the top 5, Victor Wembanyama, with 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists. But with a plus 16 on-off. San Antonio, when he's on the court, they are 16 points better. Out of those 16, they have a plus 25 in defense when he's on the court versus off the court. This is insane. 25 points better defensively. So let's say like when he's on the court, the other teams score 100 points per game. When he's off the court, they score 125 points per game. Ridiculous numbers. And I want to talk about Wemby because to me, there is no debate that he's on the top 5. This is the top 5 best players in the league. Maybe Curry enters there also. Not in performance, but for yes. And to me, Wemby is there for sure. And the question is going to be at the end of the season is whether he's like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. He's there. Let's see. His start is amazing. So let's see if he becomes the best player in the league this season. And of course, his defense still great as it was. It's impossible to attack the rim when he's on the court. They need to do a guard at the screen to block him for anyone else from the opponent team to finish near the rim, because if not, they cannot finish near the rim. They even turn around. It's ridiculous. And in offense, I see an improvement. Everyone talks about it. He's shooting less threes, which is good. And he's shooting less contested shots. Or at least he's being more solid. He's like his shot selection is a bit better. He's a bit more careful with the ball. I feel like this season, at least he's taking it more seriously. I think he sees an option to compete. Maybe last season he didn't see it, but now he sees it. I still see some improvement to do in offense. I saw against the Pelicans, for example, 3 actions in a row. Same shot for Wemby, contested mid-range that he missed, contested. He shot above the defender, but still he missed 3 times in a row. To me, that's a mistake. That's something that he needs to become better at. Yeah, you cannot miss 3 times in a row the same shot, because the defense is going to keep giving to you if you keep missing. So yeah, that's not good. But overall, this guy is tremendous. Same ranking, same analysis. But for the rookies, I already talked about Edgecombe, 25-5. Let's talk about Cedric Coward from the Memphis Grizzlies, 22 years old, a bit older. 15 points per game, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, with a plus 29 on-off when he's on the court versus off the court. Of course, he's playing less minutes, so it's easier to have a good on-off. 25 minutes per game, still pretty good. I haven't watched him. I haven't watched Memphis yet, but looking incredible. Dylan Harper, of course, 14 points, 4 assists per game. Con Kneppel, 14 points, 2 assists per game. And then Cooper Flag, 14 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds per game, but with a minus 24 on-off for Cooper. So Dallas is 24 better when Cooper is sitting down on the bench than he's playing. That's a lot. That's not good. Now, having said that, I have criticized Cooper Flag before watching him. So I have not criticized, but I have lowered the expectations with this kid. I thought the expectations were too high before entering into the NBA. Now that I see the first games, I think this is more realistic. I still think there is a huge progression for this guy to do. I still think, like I said, he should have been and he was the number 1 pick on the draft. And even though I think right now the number in the rookie ladder, let's say like the candidate for winning the Rookie of the Year is Edgecombe or maybe Coward, I think Cooper Flag can easily win it by the end of the season. This is just a start. I think he needs to get some experience, get some games in. And I think that the potential of this guy is very high. It's just that I don't think he's LeBron James or the new LeBron James or something like that. But still, pretty high. And yeah. What else? Yeah, there's another rookie. Hugo Gonzalez from the Boston Celtics, 19 years of age, 15 minutes per game in the games that he has played. 4 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, with a on-off of +3, which is pretty good. And why do I want to talk about Hugo, or how do I want to start talking about Hugo, is with the phrase that T.J. McConnell said once. T.J. McConnell, known for his grit, for his hard playing, for his courage, he said, playing hard is a skill. If not, everyone would do it. Why do I say this? Because I feel like Hugo Gonzalez, I don't know if he has heard this, but he has printed that in his face. That's his motto for Hugo. He's playing super hard. He's an athletic guy. Of course, he's not as talented offensively to have the ball, and Boston is not going to give him the ball one-on-one to play in offense. They don't need him to do that. And he's doing perfectly his role of playing hard defense, being tough, being a dog in defense. And I think he's great. And I see a lot of progression. Like, I think playing hard pays off in the future. And he's only 19. Let's see where he can be in 4 years. And yeah, he's doing great. I really like his passion and his grit. And I think that's the way that you develop and that you gain minutes in the NBA, especially in Boston. Especially this season that they really don't have this high ceiling that they can play for. So they need really these kind of guys. And having said that, I need to say that I feel like a lot of top prospects in the NBA, when they arrive, they don't have this skill of playing hard. I don't think playing hard is like a switch. I think it's a skill that you need to develop. It's like the same as dribbling the ball or shooting or jumping, maybe. It's not something that maybe you can be born with it, but I think it's more a developmental thing. I think you need to train your mindset, your body, of course. And I think many players come without having learned this skill. They come from playing high school basketball, being the best player on the team and playing, like, walking and doing whatever they want, scoring 50 per game. Then they go to college, they play 1 year. As well, they are the best in the team, easy. Then they're off to the NBA and they're not the best player in the team. They are not the most athletic. And they are not going to perform well if they don't play hard. And they don't know how to play hard. So I think that's what happens with top prospects that we think very highly of, but they never finish developing. Yep. Okay, so that's a bit all about this week and a half of basketball. But that's not all for the podcast. I want to comment one more thing, one more segment, if you want to call it like that. And I want to talk about the Thinking Basketball podcast, which I love, because they did this summer up until October. They did the ranking of the best 25 players of this century, because we're in 2025, so it suits to do the ranking. And I wanted to comment it. I wanted to say it. I want to recommend it to listen to the podcast, of course. And I just want to comment it and tell my opinion, and also you can make your own opinion of it. I have to say that the ranking is based not on a career, but on a specific season or like peak. At least minimum is a season, but they are ranking the players based specifically in one season. So of course, LeBron James had, I feel like his peak is forever, but no, they are choosing a best season for him and they are judging him based on the season. So you're gonna see players that maybe had a shorter peak, but they are still there. And as well, this is not who will be the best basketball player now. This is how good they were in their era, which is important to mention. And of course, one more thing, context and team matters a lot. This guy, when he was talking about the ranking, he mentioned a lot of ranges. So like depending how you play this player, he can be better, he can be worse, like team matters a lot. You have a bad team, you have a very good team, who you draft means it's very, very different, let's say. I think it makes sense, right? Like not every team is suitable for not every player is suitable for every team. Having said that, here I go. I will talk about the ranking. I will say it quickly, and then a couple of comments. 25, we have Jason Kidd or Russell Westbrook, debatable, either or. 24, Jason Tatum. 23, Dwight Howard. 22, Draymond Green. 21, Manu Ginobili. Leap. 20, Harden. 19, Luka. 18, McGrady. 17, Anthony Davis. 16, Joel Embiid. Leap or jump. 15, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 14, Dirk Nowitzki. 13, Chris Paul. 12, Steve Nash. 11, Kawhi Leonard. 10, Kevin Durant. 9, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 8, Kobe Bryant. 7, Dwayne Wade. 6, Tim Duncan. 5, Nikola Jokic. 4, Kevin Garnett. 3, Stephen Curry. 2, Shaquille O'Neal. 1, LeBron James. Yeah, that's the ranking. Also, they talk about only offense and defense. So if the ranking is only about offense, it will be Stephen Curry 1, Jokic 2, LeBron 3, Steve Nash 4, Shaq 5, Kobe 6, Wade 7, Luke 8, Durant 9, Harden 10, 11 Dirk, 12 Shea, 13 McGrady, something like that. Defense, best player of the century is Kevin Garnett, Draymond Green, Tim Duncan, Dwight Howard, and Giannis, making the top 5 of best defenders. So yeah, let's hear your thoughts, or what do you think? I don't know what you think. Of course, you're not here to comment to me, but I will say my thoughts. I think I'm surprised. I actually believe a lot this podcast, it was like half an hour per player. So this is very advanced stats. It's very as objective as you can be. So I buy it. I believe it. I think maybe would it be my ranking of top 25 players like that? I don't know, but it would be a good base for me to make my own ranking. So I believe it a lot. I'm surprised about Kobe Bryant being so low, 8th, and behind Wade. Everyone always assumes that Kobe Bryant is the best guard, after the best shooting guard after Michael Jordan, and the third one is Wade. But here he is flipped, which is surprising. It's true that one position out of 25 is like nothing. It's almost like saying that they are the same level. That's really what it means. And actually, offensively, they put just above Kobe Bryant above Wade. So yeah, but I'm still surprising. I'm also surprised that Garnett is so high. Number 4 all-time players of the 21st century is very high. It's true that defensively he's the best player, apparently. I believe it. He looked like a demon in defense, being everywhere, jumping, quick, long. So yeah, but I'm surprised that he's so high. People don't talk about Garnett that much. And then I'm surprised also about Nowitzki being so low. I'm a big Nowitzki fan. 14. I mean, it's a bit low, but then you count all the players and you're like, okay, it could be like that. But yeah, still surprising. To me. Okay, so I think with that, there is not much more to comment. I just wanted to say it, and that's it. But with that, I will end the podcast next week. I will come back with let's say, the tables adjusted for best players year to date for the whole season, and then only for the week.
best teams of the week and best teams of the whole season. So we'll talk about the same thing, rookies as well, adding my comments. And yeah, but for today, that's it. That's all. Hope you're enjoying the NBA. Leave a comment, like, whatever you want to do. And see you next time. Bye bye.